Before you scroll away, imagine this for 1 second. 15 of the smartest accountants in the city had already signed off on a deal worth millions. And then, a tired delivery girl walked in late, dust on her shoes, rain on her jacket, and said 5 words that froze a billionaire's hand mid-signature. "Don't sign this. Please." If this story pulls at your heart even once, do me a small favor. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and stay till the end, because what happens next is not about money at all. It's about courage. The contract lay on the glass table like a quiet predator. Arthur Belmont, a self-made millionaire known across New York for buying broken companies and turning them into gold, stared at the final page. His legal team had left. 15 accountants flown in from 3 cities had checked the numbers, audited the risks, and assured him this acquisition would be his legacy. One signature, and the old Riverside housing block would be demolished, replaced by luxury towers with his name engraved on steel and marble. Arthur leaned back, rubbing his temples. Success had given him everything except rest. He had learned long ago to trust professionals, not feelings. Feelings had made him poor once. The door opened softly. Everyone looked up, annoyed. A young woman stepped in, holding a thermal food bag. She looked no older than 22. Her hair was tied back messily, her face pale from the cold rain outside. She hesitated, eyes darting around the room of expensive suits and silent authority. I'm sorry," she said quietly. "Delivery for Mr. Belmont." Arthur frowned. "I didn't order anything." His assistant checked her phone. "I did. You skipped lunch again." The girl walked forward, placed the bag carefully on the table, and turned to leave. Then she stopped. She looked at the contract. She swallowed. And then, in a voice that trembled but did not break, she said, "Sir, don't sign this." The room went still. Arthur slowly stood. "Excuse me?" "I know it's not my place," she said quickly, hands clenched. "And I'll leave right after. Please don't sign it." One of the advisors scoffed. "This is inappropriate." Arthur raised a hand, studying her. "Why?" The girl hesitated, fear and determination fighting on her face. "Because my mother lost everything to a deal like this. And because this building, Riverside, it's not what your papers say it is." Arthur's eyes narrowed. "You know the property?" "I grew up there," she said. "Apartment 3B. My name is Lena Morales." A memory stirred in Arthur. Riverside. Old brick. Cheap rent. Numbers that barely worked until they did. 15 accountants reviewed this, he said calmly. "What do you know that they don't?" Lena took a breath. "They see numbers. I see people. And hidden costs you can't spreadsheet." He gestured to a chair. "Sit." Everyone protested. Arthur ignored them. Lena sat, hands shaking. "My mom cleaned offices at night," she began. "She trusted a company that promised renovations, better living conditions. The paperwork was clean, too. Then the fees came. Temporary relocation became permanent eviction. Legal loopholes, stress. She got sick. We ended up in a shelter." Arthur felt a familiar tightening in his chest. "That doesn't mean this project is the same." "I know," Lena said. "So I checked. I deliver here a lot. I hear things." I looked up the shell companies tied to Riverside's management. 3 of them were involved in forced displacement cases in Jersey. Settled quietly. Not illegal enough to flag, but dirty enough to ruin lives. One of the accountants snapped, "This is hearsay." Lena reached into her jacket and pulled out her cracked phone. I wrote things down. Names, dates, lawsuits that disappeared. Arthur took the phone. He read. Silence stretched. Minutes passed. Finally, Arthur looked up. Why do you deliver food instead of whatever this is? Lena smiled sadly. Because when you're poor, you don't get to choose dreams. You choose survival. Arthur dismissed everyone from the room. That night he didn't sign. Instead, he ordered an independent investigation. Quiet, ruthless. What came back shocked even him. Inflated relocation estimates, predatory clauses, a profit model built on desperation. 15 accountants had failed, not because they were stupid, but because they were distant. Arthur canceled the deal. The media exploded. His board panicked. Billions wavered. Weeks later, Arthur visited Riverside himself. He walked the cracked hallways, saw children doing homework on stairs, smelled soup shared between neighbors. He met families who feared the end of the month more than the end of the building. He thought of Lena. He found her delivering food in the rain again. I owe you an apology, he said. She shook her head. You don't owe me anything. Yes, he said quietly. I do. Arthur restructured the project. No demolitions, cooperative ownership, renovations without displacement, jobs for residents, transparency. It cost him more. It gave him sleep. Lena was offered a scholarship funded by the foundation Arthur started that year. She studied urban policy. She never stopped working part-time. Years later, when Arthur finally retired, reporters asked him what decision defined his career. He didn't mention profits. He said, "The day I listened to a delivery girl instead of 15 experts." And Lena, standing in the crowd, smiled, not because she had changed a millionaire's mind, but because she had learned something greater. Your voice matters, even when the world tells you it doesn't.